Yeah, what happened was Gene's touched me and said things in my ear and propositioned me and been inappropriate to me several times. And the main thing that I think we're all aware of right now is what Ace addressed, which is at the Capitol building. It was industry people, and I don't right this second know the date of it. It happened. It happened 2 years ago. Happened 2 years ago. So Ace was asked to go to the Capitol building in Los Angeles for an entire day into the evening to help Gene with his vault thing that he does, sell the vault. And we were in there, and Gene's always saying something to me. I walked in, and he's like, "Whoa, can I get you a cocktail or a back rub or something?" And I said back, "Yeah, sure."
So Gene Simmons is so Gene is totally coming on to his bandmate's wife.
Gene never has any problem coming on to me, okay? But Gene is getting worse and worse, and just he's a liar. He's a backstabbing man. Gene's just too much of an asshole.
Right. Well, let me ask you something.
Taking my hands, taking me aside. Gene's running after me after the shows in a kind of a freaky way, running after me, grabbing my hands, crying, big giant, crying and big tears, and holding my hands and saying, "Please, please don't leave Ace. Please, whatever you do, please don't leave Ace. Whatever you do."
If you were a smart businessman, you wouldn't try to get with your lead guitar. You wouldn't try to get with your band member's wife.
Oh, well, that's another thing. That's way out of line. And let me tell you something, Isaac. You know what? It takes a lot for me to be offended. I'm not one of those chicks where, a guy tells me I'm beautiful and I turn around and go, "What did you say?" I'm not that kind of woman. But you know what? I don't take too kindly to someone pulling my hair. And groping me? Yeah, groping me, sure. He does no problem. Gropes and gropes. And when he hugs me, he's always sure to rub his hand all up and down my back and, stuff like that. But, in the Capitol building, I'm standing there. We're in a giant, huge crowd. Ace is in front of me. Gene's in back of me. I'm standing there. They're getting ready to they're getting prepped up to get up on the stage and do their little thing and talk. And I suddenly feel I had my extensions, a full head of extensions in that day. I had 20-inch long, extensions in that day, a full head. Those things are heavy. I feel suddenly I was in shock. I felt someone grab my entire head of extensions with one hand. I didn't even know what hit me. I was like, what's going on? I felt that, and then I felt someone yank and jerk me and pull me toward them so that I had to walk backwards with my platforms on until I find out that it is Gene. Pulls me by my hair, behind Ace's back, by my hair, pulls me up against his body so that the back part of me is completely up against him. He whispered in my ear, "Hey, who are we trying to kid?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Who are we trying to kid? Let's cut all this bullshit and get out of here." So jokingly, because I thought, well, this has to be some kind of joke. This is, what does he think? That I'm going to just run off and go, yeah. So I said, where are we going? And he goes, "Probably straight to hell, but I'll have a lot of friends." And then he just sort of shoved me off. A lot of people in that room were looking at me like, whoa, but see, everybody's afraid of Gene. Now, why everyone's afraid of Gene, I will never know, because I'm certainly not. Gene simply uses everyone, and especially uses Ace. sell out tickets for whatever thing he's doing, whether it's the vault or a concert or a benefit of some sort of bullshit. I think everybody knows that for the past 3 years, Gene and Paul and Ace on the surface have been getting along, and in a phony way getting along, where they led Ace to believe that, you know, hey brother, we love you and all that kind of stuff, when you know, we started to slowly see through their bullshit. But and you know, Ace was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, as was I, because I really wanted it to work for Ace. It's taken me a long time to realize, I really, truly, as many times as he brags about saving Ace's life, which I was in the beginning just very thankful for, and I, of course you got to be thankful for someone saving your life, you know. There's no doubt about that, okay? But, you know, I don't even want to use the title charlatan, because I don't want to he's not even clever enough to do that. But Ace has literally turned into a different person, you know. He's turned into you grow, you know, if you really want to, and Ace did himself, you know. I truly believe that. He wanted to keep living. He wanted a quality life. He wanted a quality woman. He wanted quality people around him, and that's that, you know. And he was not, you know, contrary to what they're saying and trying to convince people of. The fact of the matter is, I've been with Ace 12 years, and Ace talks to me. I'm more than, you know, I'm more than a wife, a fiance, you know, common law wife. I'm somebody that he talks to, because I'm not loaded, and I'm someone he trusts. I spend 24 hours a day with Ace. I'm with Ace 24/7. Now, Ace confides in me with things, and he has no reason to bullshit me. He doesn't, you know. We talk all the time, and I happen to know that, also, I'm not stupid. I do my own reading. I do my own research. But the fact of the matter is that even during the 70s, when I was a child, of course, but like I said, I do my homework, and I talk to Ace. You know, and Ace may have been plenty loaded. Who wasn't? My parents were. Every rock band was. He always delivered. He always got on stage, made the fans proud. Did really. I mean, why? You know, of course, they're Kiss. They never would have been Kiss without Ace. It's almost to the insanity point. That's almost like, you know, you might want to question their mental health for saying a remark like that, when since I met Ace, he's been doing nothing but playing and kicking ass, and right, you know, in the last 3 years he's been better than he's ever been. He looks better. He's getting very, very clean bills of health. He's got the best doctors. That, you know, he when he moved out here, I provided him with all my good doctors out here. He's healthy, he's lean, he swims, he looks better, his skin's cleared up. I mean, and he's playing better and singing better than he ever has. He's got a great band. I mean, it's very puzzling that they would say something like that, when, especially for the last 3 years, that's all he's been doing is playing. We just got back from a full tour with Gene, where he was doing fantastic sets, and Gene was praising him on stage. Gene was going, look at this. This is Ace Frehley, introducing him, proud of him. So I thought, well, you know, a lot of people were talking to me, a lot of people that, besides Ace, just saying, you know, oh, Gene's a teddy bear. Oh, he's really like this. He's got a good heart. But how can somebody be a teddy bear with a good heart when they do a tour with you? You do fantastic. You show. They ask you to. Gene's been saying, do this, show up here, show up there. We show up with flying colors, and Ace does a bang-up job, does great. You know, takes the stage. You know, does everything he's supposed to do, and then, you know, the next day he'll get. You know, Gene will say something that, you know, Gene will bash him in the press, or Gene won't return any calls. He's very, very weird. He's real slithery, that guy.
It's just, it
comes out of nowhere. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just pure backstabbing bullshit. And I believe that it stems, I'm going to get a little heavy right now, but I believe that it stems from pure jealousy from the get-go. For one thing, the fact of the matter is they formed with their collective thought in 1973. They formed, okay? They got Ace. Without Ace, who is, the real rock musician, the only real rock musician in that group, they formed then. He was the original founder. He created his character and everything, and they would not be Kiss as they're known, as they've been known still today, if it weren't for Ace. And I've never seen such disrespect. I've never known it. It's almost it's blowing my mind. There's a fine line between brilliant and really stupid. And they're teetering on that line right now because Ace is an international rock and roll star, but he's not just that. As everybody knows, he is an action figure. He makes millions of people happy. He got sober. That right there makes millions of people look up to him. He's helped millions of people because of that. Millions of people have picked up the guitar because of Ace. They're not a regular rock and roll band, but Ace he stands out in the band. He always has.
Sure.
That's that. Anybody knows that. I wasn't even a Kiss person when I was a child, but you know what? I mean, I knew that. I knew that Ace was the most important one. I certainly knew that. And if they were truly, intelligent businessmen, for one thing, they'd get along and not be in separate rooms, and not they wouldn't be that immature. And number two, if they were smart, businessmen, they would be diplomatic like every other rock band, whether or not they get along, and they would do it for the fans out of respect, because the fans are the ones that made them who they are.
Yeah.
And all this fighting and stuff has not been on Ace. Ace has said a million times, look, I'm ready. I love my fans. I want to. I told them, I'll do it. I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm sober. I'm singing. I can help Paul sing. I can take some of the, I can help him. He can't sing anymore. I can help. Paul refuses to admit that he can't sing. He refuses to admit that they're losing tickets, they're losing a lot of tickets. If they were really truly smart businessmen, the way they preach that they are constantly and brag about it, especially Gene, they would have Ace back in the band because that's where the money is.